In this video, I'm going to show you how to add product recommendation carousel to your Shopify thank you page in 2025 and beyond. Now, the first question you might want to ask yourself is, why should I add product recommendations to my thank you page? My customers just completed the order. They should leave now, right? No. The clear answer is no. If you look at any big retailer out there, if you look at Amazon, AliExpress, Walmart, eBay, all of these huge retailers, they have super optimized thank you page with tons of offers, tons of product recommendations. If they do this, they know something, you should do the same. And I can tell you from analyzing tens of thousands of stores, you can really take this thank you page that is by default empty in Shopify and it's kind of an exit door from your store. You can take it from a 0% conversion rate page all the way up to 5% conversion rate page. So imagine if you could take 1 out of 20 orders and generate a new order out of it, or even add it to the original order and increase your average order value. This is insane, guys. And if you're not doing this already, you should definitely start. The customer is in super high buying temperature. Probably the credit card is still in his hand. He's super excited and happy because he just completed the order on your site. And if you're going to make the right offer right then and there, the customer is super likely to accept it and convert again. Now, before we jump into my screen and I'll show you a tutorial on how to set it up step by step, just make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to know whenever we release new videos and features for the app, and comment below ReConvert so we'll get some love from the YouTube algorithm. Now let's just jump into my screen. So if you didn't guess it already, for the sake of this tutorial, we're going to use ReConvert. ReConvert is trusted by more than 40,000 active Shopify merchants with more than 5,000 reviews on the App Store. In terms of pricing, we really made sure that the store is a good fit for stores from all sizes. So the basic plan is $4.99 and it grows with you according to the order volume. Of course, you get a 30 days free trial, and usually the ROI on the app is between 1,000 to 4,000%. It really depends on the size of your store. Usually the bigger you are, the better results you're going to see. Okay, so I'm in my ReConvert dashboard. This is a dev store, so as you can see, it's pretty empty. In order to get started, I'm just gonna click the flow builder, and that's going to open up the flow builder of ReConvert. This is where you set up everything, the conditions, the pages, the offers, everything is in this page. This is where the magic happens. If you want to learn more about the flow builder, just click the help video button at the top right corner of the screen. And of course, if you need help at any point, we have a 24/7 live chat support at the bottom right corner of the screen. Now, because we're talking on the thank you page, in this page, I'm going to select the thank you page from the list of pages ReConvert can optimize. Next, we're going to set up a condition. This is basically the term in which you want to display a specific offer to a specific customer. I'm just going to use the default one for this tutorial because let's say that I want to offer the same thing for all customers who go through the thank you page. Now, of course, if you want to set up a specific condition, like if someone bought a specific product, or if someone bought for the second or third time, or if he's from a specific country, or if the order value is more than certain amount of US dollars, or if he bought certain amount of items, you can do all of that with conditions, but I'm not going to focus on that for this video. If you want to learn more, just click on how do condition works, and it's going to open up a tutorial about conditions. So I'm going to click the default condition. The next step would be to create a slot, and a slot is basically a group of widgets that later on we're going to place within the Shopify thank you page. Okay, so I'm going to click on create a slot. That's going to open up the ReConvert offer editor. Of course, if you want to learn more about the ReConvert offer editor, just click the help video button at the top right corner of the screen. Now, by default, when we create a new slot, we have a very basic product upsell in it, but we're not interested in a very basic product upsell. We are interested in a product recommendations carousel. So I'm just going to remove this widget. I'm going to click on add widget. From the list of widgets here, you can see we have tons of things and we have videos on everything. So we have bundles, product recommendations for this video. We have product upsell, divider, text, banners, etc. So I'm just gonna click on product recommendations and voila, here is my widget. Now let's talk about some customization options. First of all, you can give it a name for internal use. I'm just gonna keep it as product recommendations. I think it's good enough. Then in here you have the title. So I think you may also like this product is kind of okay. I'm gonna keep it as it is. I'm just gonna align it to the left because everything else on my thank you page is aligned to the left. So let's just do it like this. I think this is fine. Now let's start with the layout. By default, we use a slider layout that allow your customer to scroll through different recommendations. It looks really good. I think that's the one I'm going to use. But you also have a list layout that's going to display the product like this. And if you choose the list layout, you can pick between two different layouts. This one I think is better because it's more compact. So if I would use this one, I would probably use layout number 1, the small one. And you have a grid layout. So if you have 8 products, you can put them one on top of another. By the way, this is the one that most of Amazon, AliExpress, and eBay are using. But I do think it looks kind of bulky, so I'm just gonna use the slider one for this one. Next, you're gonna choose the type of products you want to display. You can display product recommended by Shopify. I think this is what we're going to use for the sake of this video. In addition to that, if you're using the search and discovery app by Shopify and you set up complementary products for your products on this app, you can choose to display these products as the recommendation instead in here. Okay, I'm just gonna get it back to related products because I didn't really set it up for this development store. Next, you're going to choose how many products you're going to display. We display 8 by default. You can change the number, and then the slider size, you can change it to display 2 products per row. You can see there's like a hint here to show them that they can scroll 1 product per row, or you can go all the way up to 4 products per row. I'm going to keep the 4 products per row. I think it looks the best because customers can see as many offers at the same time in front of their faces. I'm not going to go through all of the customization options we have here. One thing that is important, you have the option to hide products that are in the order if you don't want the same product to be displayed again, and you have an option for exclusion tags. Okay, you can add a certain tag that if a product is tagged with that product, it's not going to be shown in the recommendations. If there are specific products you don't want to show in recommendations, you can set it up without a problem. Okay, regarding product images and title, I think I'm just gonna keep it the same. Regarding product description, if you want, you can also display product description. It's going to be under a drop down, so it's not going to take too much space. I'm just gonna keep it without it for now. As for discount, let's say that I want to give them like a 10% discount off of these recommendations. So I'm just gonna set it up for 10% discount. You can also set fixed amount, and you can play with other pricing settings in here. I'm just gonna change it back, and because I gave them a 10% discount, I think it's worth mentioning that in the title. So let's just say, alright, I'm just gonna keep it like this. Not perfect, but I'm not a copywriter. I'm just explaining how to use ReConvert. Now for the accept button, you can also play with the text. I'm just gonna keep it as buy now. For the variant picker, you can choose if you want to enable that or disable that. I'm just gonna keep it as it is. And as for the quantity picker, because we're giving them a discount, let's say that I don't want to give them quantity selector, so I'm just gonna hide this for now. And for now, I'm happy with my product recommendations, so I'm just gonna hit save. Now that my recommendations are ready, all I have to do is place this slot within the Shopify thank you page. So I'm just going to close the offer editor. As you can see, we have here slot number 1 created. I'm just going to click the place your slot in the Shopify editor link. It's going to take me to the Shopify thank you page editor. And in here, I'm just going to add ReConvert slot number 1. So here is ReConvert slot number 1. And here are my product recommendations. As you can see, there's one product without an image. It's because this product doesn't have an image on my development store. Apologies for that. As you can see, I have here the hint that shows me that I can scroll. So this is what it's going to look like. Customers can scroll through the recommendations and add them. Then just don't forget to hit save, so everything is going to be changed. And now let's just place a test order on my store, and I'll show you what it looks like on an actual thank you page. All right, let's just say that I want to buy this t-shirt. I'm going to click on buy now. Let's just go through the checkout. Amazing. So here is my thank you page, and here are my product recommendations. I love it. It's not too big. It's not taking too much space. It looks pretty good. You can see that some products have variant picker and some don't, just because they don't have any variants. If I choose a different variant, I'm going to be able to see the variant image change accordingly, and I can scroll to the right to see some more recommendations. So this is it, guys. You now know how to add product recommendations carousel to your Shopify thank you page in 2025 and beyond. I do recommend implement this method to start gaining more revenue instantly. This is going to work. Okay, so just hit that like button, comment below if you have any questions or comments. I promise I'll answer each and every one of you. Subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye bye.